Okay. I am back and here to test the connection. I think that clears it up. I think if you quit and come right back, it renews your lease, so to speak. So that's good to know, because sometimes when I'm doing poetry readings, I'm like, I kind of want to stay a little bit longer, but it peters out. That's good to know that it works when you renew it. How would y'all like another pogo stick? Here we go. There's a little bit of uncontrol there. Okay. So the experiment worked. The experiment worked. Cool. The experiment worked. This kind of helps because the experiment was to see if the lagging stops when I completely cut transmission and re-enter. And because that one night I was on a poetry reading and I wouldn't have mind staying a little bit longer, but it was doing that thing where everybody says it's lagging again. So that night I just cut it down, but I realized I could say, hey, if it feels important to me, I could be like, you know what? I'm coming right back. Anybody wants to hop over the stream? I meant that as a Walking in the Woods reference. If anybody wants to hop over to my new stream, you can. So it's only one experiment though. I probably need to repeat it to make sure it actually works, but so far it actually worked. So I'm happy with that. So this time I'm probably only going to stay for like another 5 or 10 minutes, but probably another 5 or 10 minutes, but next reading I do, I will know that I have a trick in the bag if I need it. So I think what I'm going to do is get back to work and get some of this physical stuff cleared out. I appreciate you being here, Millie, and whoever else stopped in. Yeah. I didn't think I'd ever run out of stuff to say, but that's all I got right now. Did you get to your destination? In the town where you live, is it a pain in the ass to drive anywhere? Oh, sweet. Okay. Save me some leftovers, especially if it's pasta, something that keeps well. Send it to my to my PO box. Oh, it's not a pain in the ass. Okay, because I always want to find more people from big cities to be like, because I have questions. I visited big cities, but like I had some friends over from the Boston area, and I was riding them around in the back of my Buick, and they were like driving is therapeutic out here. I'm like, yeah, I know. It's like straight line, and it's like we go for a drive just to clear our mind. And some towns it's like you can't do that, unless you don't mind the rigmarole, I guess. But tricolor tortellini, is that like the green, white, green, and red? I don't know what the colors. NATO's back. Yeah, Nathan, we cut transmission of the stream and came right back, and it clears up the lag. I don't know if you have that when you stream, um, but I might need that in the future when I'm doing longer poetry readings and stuff. So yeah. Nate, is your city really populated? Because I was asking about populated cities and what it's like to drive in. I've visited several of them, but I just wonder if like you cringe when you have to drive somewhere, or if it's kind of a nice ride. Because around here, getting your license, we got them at 15 and a half, and it was like it was actually fun to drive. But I feel like if I was in a really big city learning to drive, I'd just be like tempted not to. I'd be like, I don't want to get behind there. It seems too stressful or something, or do it because you have to, not because you want to, I guess. After school snack, a little bit of milk for a snack. Lacrosse, that's not the thing. Is that the thing that has the big what's the sport that has that like sickle, that like arch shaped thing, and you do something with it? Is that lacrosse? Pardon me, my sports knowledge is worse than my geography, and my geography is not strong, so put it that way. Yeah, Atlanta. I wouldn't mind visiting Atlanta. I've been. Where'd I go? There's a Havana, Georgia, or Savannah. I liked it there. It had a really strange smell when I first got there, in a good way too. My parents are pissed at me because I'm not working right now. I'm 30. They want me to get my life together and have a stable career so I can buy a house and stop mooching. Honestly, you came to the wrong person for advice. Now, I did move out a while back and I bought I bought houses and stuff, but I think I feel like this is controversial to say. It all depends on your relationship with your parents. I know some people who are 40-ish and still living with their parents. It's not What I'm trying to say is it's not as bad of a look as it was 20, 30 years ago because of the housing crisis, essentially. It's hard to I looked up um I looked up like rent in other towns, and I was shook. I was shook. So I don't know. It's hard to say. Plus, welcome, Harley, by the way. I didn't give you a proper welcome, but I feel like my advice is terrible. I don't think 30 is that bad. I think you should start trying to figure out what you can do, but I'm not good at giving advice either. I give you perspective all day. I'll give you perspective all day. My perspective is it's the new normal. When I moved out in 2012, my mother didn't like the house I chose because she thought it needed too much work. She thought it was too big. And she's like, Alex, she basically said, Alex, if you buy that house, no, she said, my mother said, I'd rather you live with me the rest of your life than buy that house. And I said, Mom, I'm probably going to buy that house. I bought that house. I fixed it up enough. I put a bathroom in it. I fixed the pipes. I got the heater going. And about a year or something later, she's like, I was wrong. She just didn't know I could do it. she put herself in my position, and she's like, "There's no way I could do that." I think, and I really appreciated that she came back and apologized for that. So I wasn't upset. I was just like, "Mom, that sounds silly. I'm not going to live with you the rest of my life." So when I moved out, I was 26. I think I was 26 when I moved out. Savannah's the most haunted town in America? Really? I know Ohio has a lot of haunted houses. I have a theory. Feel free to cut it up. I have a theory that people are haunted, not houses. And then so you can walk into a house and it can be haunted, but somebody else walks in it and doesn't, I don't know if it's true, but it's just one of the theories I like to make up. But I've been getting a calling to a city. Not a particular one. I can't figure out what one it is. But I have some loose ends I have to tie up and tidy up here where I'm at. And I'm excited but scared and but I don't know. But NATO, like you said, your parents, it's what they want, so you do have to think about it, I guess. It's not up to you, I guess, but it's kind of a bummer. I like just doing what I like to do too. So if I was in your position, I'd be like, well, I never consider myself a mooch, but I am very childlike. Like I like to do what I like to do, and I still have a lot of whimsy inside me and a lot of wonder. And I can tell you do too, NATO. DC Godzilla. Yeah, their energy creates the haunting. It might be the case, And I often ask people what's more plausible, aliens or ghosts, because they're both quite plausible. Most people say aliens. I think they both could be real, though. Hey, how's it going? I was pogo sticking, and then I was talking about ghosts, then I was cleaning up, and now I'm not going to last much longer, probably 5 minutes. And I've got to dip because I got to clean out some stuff from my life, essentially, but the basement here. How's the weather down in the lair? I hop on for anybody here right now. I don't have a thing except just goofing off, but my main thing is poetry lately. I'll hop on these lives and I'll read poetry and get kind of emotional in chat. Oh yeah, and playing I want to play that again real quick. Hold on, because I was going somewhere with that composition. Oh, plus I had that beat making. Yeah, there's actually a little bit of everything here. I could see myself pulling out a skateboard. I could see myself pulling out music instruments. Woo! That was fun. I think I'm going to keep that one. Oh yeah, Deb still didn't go to their thing yet. This thing's really neat because, hey, how's it going, Jackie? It's got the fret spacing that kind of leaves out the oopsie notes. It's kind of like a harmonica, how it's stuck in a key. So it's conducive to doing stuff like that. That little thing I just came up with was earlier on live when I picked it up in between cleaning up stuff and just sorting stuff. Also, because I'm actually trying to promote my music project, let me make sure to see if it's here. Oops, that's lyrics to a Radiohead song. Switch account, ALEF. Because I'm trying to actually get people on board listening to this stuff this time instead of ignoring. Because I'm weird about self-promotion still. I'm trying to break out of it a little bit. And I want people to actually listen to the songs I made last month for my Song a Day project. So I'm gonna keep spamming the chat with that. Mabel Carter. Maybe I ought to check that out. Jackie's been trying to record her playing guitar for content, but I don't have a great mic. Maybe I could record through my Ampeg tube amp. Maybe so. I sometimes like a crappy mic. I think back when I did my first Song a Day in 2014-ish, I got a condenser microphone and I liked how crisp and clear and detailed it was. Then I realized I don't always want crisp, clear and detailed. If you listen to my Song a Day, there's some that sound distorted. It's just because I turn the mic up all the way and just let it. It probably damages it, but I just let it do it. Then there's other times I found the effects on my mixer board. And I actually like recording on my damn flip phone. Sometimes I like how it sounds on the flip phone. So, but that's my taste. I think that even if your mic sucks, you should do it anyway. I've seen your one about the ghost. What was it called? There's an older folk song that sounded about ghosts or something. Yeah, check it out. Now, is it Louis or Lois? Louis. It's Louis, right? No, it's Lou. It's possessive. It's Lou's lair, right? So I can call you Lou when you're on here? It is Louis? So say Louis's lair? I'm always, okay, Louis's lair. So I'll call you Louis, though, not Lou. Or I guess Lou for short if it becomes that casual. Okay, cool. I might end up, I'm big on nicknames, so if you ever come up back, I'll probably start calling you Lupe because I'm bad with giving people a bunch of nicknames. I used to do it with my cats. Oh, dang, you heard songs 26 through 28. Sweet, so you started at the back end. Nathan, are you still here by chance? I say it louder as if, hey, Nathan, are you in the back still? June Carter's mom, Johnny Cash's wife. Okay, it's all in the family then. The folk music I liked the most was like Arlo Guthrie and Pete Seeger and like Joni Mitchell, if you can put her in that small of a box. And what else? Loudon Wainwright III, stuff like that. I actually, man, now that I got people here, I wish I could stay, but I'm still going to cut it short. So, Millie, if you're not here, if I'm not here when you get back, you know what happened. But yeah, Louis, I got a music channel. I had one back in the day, not a big one, just I like to keep things kind of small. But I started that channel just for that project to drop, and then I'll probably put more stuff I make on there as well. I wanted a separate channel for it. I didn't want to mix everything with milk, I guess, if that makes sense. But I never wanted world domination with YouTube. I just wanted my expression and stuff and community to grow. So like, and only grow to a certain size. I say this a lot, but if I had like 180 people on the chat, I would be a little bit like, I'd be bummed that I couldn't keep up with you guys. Thanks, Debs. Yeah, milk does mix with a lot of things. Milk does the body good source of calcium. And I had a friend who used to mix milk with Diet Pepsi, and they called it pop milk. And it used to gross me out until a good friend said, well, it's kind of like a molten root beer float. I'm like, yeah. So anytime you put cream, something cream based into a soda, to me, it's not to me, the gross part is that it was a diet. Now, I really like the sugar-free sodas that are coming out lately, but I'm not big on the diet, But yeah. So see, I could do cream on cola too. It wouldn't be that different for me. But when I don't think of it that way, I think if you're mixing milk with Diet Pepsi, it makes me. But they used to drink that. Him and his brothers used to drink that like a snack. So that's what they say. But you know what? I'm a strange person with my preferences and things, and I like lean meat. Like when there's fat on meat, I cut it off and give it to the hounds, so to speak, because I just don't like fat. I don't like the texture and stuff. But that's what makes it taste good. True, but when it's all in one spot and it's bouncy, it's going down to the incinerator. I don't prefer fat. I'm like Jack Sprat, Maybe so, like barbacoa, right? That stuff seems like it's coated in fat, but it's so evenly spread that it's like, okay, I can handle it now. So I agree with that. Who wants to hop on a live later? Who wants to hop on a live at 11 p.m.? You like barbacoa? What else is it? What do they call that? Brisket. I love brisket, but when I see little bouncy dudes, I fork them to the side. There's a place that I eat it at somewhat a lot, and it's one of my favorite things is some smoked brisket. But I'm like, when it gets fatty, I can almost like shiver. I get like, I get grossed out by the fat. Oh yeah, Texas probably has good tacos. When I went to New England, I could not find good Mexican food. I tried twice, and I regretted both of them. But around here, there's some pretty good Mexican food. I'm in Ohio, and there's good Mexican food. So, but go too far north, maybe it was a coincidence, but you go too far north, it ain't hitting. Just get something else. Like I hope you like, seafood. Yeah, don't go too far north. And you think that would like, I'm sure there's exceptions to the rule. There's always exceptions to the rule. Yeah. But hey guys, I wish I want to stay, but I'm not gonna. So I hope some of you guys come back next time. It could be as early as tonight or a couple of days from now. I might do some more poetry, but it's going to be in the PM. I need to get more into fish. Fish sticks were my main thing. I think we're all unemployed right now. I think there's almost a collective who's getting shoved out of their work, if that makes sense. And I'm still liking it right now. I don't want to go back to the same type of shit I've done where I work. I don't really feel like messing with machines right now. I feel like messing with humanity or something. I don't know. I want the purpose to be more helpful instead of just mass producing something. So yeah, let's do something. I'm gonna do something in the 3D world today. I'm gonna take out some trash and move some tile and load up the truck and stuff and enjoy the breeze. Our beautiful minds will shine with the help of AI taking over labor. You know what I mean? Are you saying like what I'm saying? Like the AI stuff actually leaves a nice gray backdrop, which reminds me to acknowledge Louis' weather is very gray. Mine's very sunny here, but I like gray normally. But with the AI stuff, it makes it easier to spot. Like with all this AI slop around, it makes me value myself more in a way. I'm like, but sometimes it gets worse, but like I'm like, oh, I'm actually human, and like I'm creative, and like it shines almost more because people are just using the same stuff, if that makes sense. Yeah, and I thought more about robotics and AI in my life. Like it's good to take the like save my elbows. I need these to strum a guitar, you know. But yeah, it should do the repetitive stuff and leave the creativity because creativity is joy. Well, some people don't understand. They see creativity as like a product. It's more about you expressing yourself. So like there is no such thing as AI art in a way for me because art is the narrative, the perspective, the creation, you know. But yeah. Well, Jackie, Millie, Louie, Debs, whoever else is here actually currently now, lurkers, thanks for stopping in. Excuse me. I appreciate you. I'm gonna go do something physical. I've gotta go do something physical and not just pogo stick. All right, see ya.